Okay, sorry about that. So there's just some issues there. So what we need to do now, guys, is like I said, pick a solution, or you need to have a solution that's very clear. Okay, both your solutions should be clear, something that you understand, and something that's very concrete and easy to put into place. Okay. Once you have done that, you are going to pick one of those solutions. Okay, so for example, I picked the banning of plastic bags from the supermarket. You can put that in now. That's what I want you to do. Pause your video and write down the solution that you have picked in the space below. Please do that. Pause the video, do that. When you're done, come back to the video. Okay, welcome back. Now we get to the challenging part where you need to identify at least four implications. Okay, so what I've done is I've given you 6 headings, these 6 headings over here. You can choose to use 4 of these 6 headings, or you can make your own headings, or you can do a mixture of both. But these headings kind of help you maybe understand some of the ways that solutions can impact the world around us. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the headings that I've decided to do. One is social. So this is any way how human beings interact with each other or how society functions. Okay, so for example, when it came to the banning of plastic bags in the supermarket, there probably isn't going to be a very big social implication, so I'm not going to include it. Okay. Then we have economic implications. This has got anything to do with money or business or how the economy of a country might work. When it comes to the banning of plastic bags, yes, that's definitely going to make less pollution in the world. But if we think about it, what that potentially means is supermarkets, okay, now supermarkets are going to have to find an alternative. They're going to have to find another way that customers can bag their goods. So what that means is supermarket prices are probably going to rise because they need to cater for new alternatives for plastic bags. So what that means is plastic bags are really cheap, sorry. That's kind of the reason why we use them. So if we take away the plastic bags, we will probably have to replace it with something more expensive. So if a supermarket has to use something that's more expensive, what's going to happen to the supermarket prices? They're probably going to increase. That's an economic implication, potentially a bad implication. Okay, next is political. So it's anything usually involving the law or the government or just rules that they make. Because this itself, the thing I've chosen is banning of plastic bags, that's obviously a law. It's going to be a political implication. Lawmakers are going to have to make that law. What becomes interesting then is that whenever a law is put in place, some people are going to be upset and some people are going to be happy with it. So it could make the lawmakers or the government more or less popular. I know this because this exact law was put in place in South Africa, and a lot of supermarket chains were upset. They were very upset because they lost a lot of money. So there's political implications there as well. Okay, then we move on to environmental. Environmental I'm not going to explain. I think that's easy enough for you guys to understand. And quite clearly, if we had to put this into place, the environmental implication would be there's less plastic pollution. I think it's pretty straightforward. Cultural, this is quite a difficult one to understand. It's very similar to social in the fact that it affects people, but also how does it affect their culture and religion? Okay, something to keep in mind. And then ethical, we're just asking ourselves, who will it harm? Is it actually morally or ethical to do this? So the ethical implications for my solution, the banning of plastic bags, yes, it's going to help the environment. That's probably good and ethical, but it's also going to make people lose money. So maybe that's unethical, kind of up in the air. So there's the 4 implications that I've done. Yet again, guys, I can't emphasize this enough. The skill that we're practicing here is to look at the world in a bigger way, okay? Yes, our plan is to stop plastic pollution, so we're going to ban plastic bags. But what are the knock-on effects of that? What other things are going to happen because we ban plastic bags? That's what we're asking ourselves, okay? And that can be the same for any solution that you think of as well, okay? Yet again, it doesn't have to be put under these headings. I'm just giving that as a guideline. I think it helps. But you need to find 4 implications for the solution you have chosen. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video now. The last video will be for step 5.